validation from and acceptance from didn't even have their own shit together. But here I am. Well, I don't have my shit together either. So I'm going to follow the people that also don't have their shit together, but it looks like they got their shit together at least a little bit better than me. So I'm going to seek the validation from those people. Hey sweeties, thanks for joining me on another episode of Tea and Talk. If you haven't already hit the subscribe button, go ahead and hit that subscribe button below. Hit the notification bell so you never miss anything Tea and Talk. And if you are feeling today's episode, go ahead and smash that like button. Today I wanted to talk to you about not always listening to people. Everybody doesn't know everything, okay? Everybody doesn't know everything, and everybody certainly doesn't know everything about you in your life. So I personally was always seeking outside validation. Y'all know my story. In high school, I was bullied. I was not popular. I had acne. I had braces. I wore glasses. Yada, 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 right? And I didn't know what it was to only need the approval of myself. I didn't know what that looked like. I didn't know what that meant. And I felt as though in order to be accepted, in order to be loved, in order to be empowered, I needed to fit in to the crowd in order to gain their acceptance and to gain their approval of who I was and what I was and my life. And that lasted for a very, very, very long time, an uncomfortable amount of time, until I finally realized that it's the blind leading the blind, right? They didn't know what they were doing. They weren't perfect. These people I was seeking approval from, why was I even seeking approval from these people? They didn't even have the authority or any type of special element that would make me want to even follow them. It was just the fact that they were popular, or that was cool, or that was cool to do, or this was cool to be around this person or this group of people. And so I felt the need to fit in. I felt the need to fit in. Thank you to these teen high school movies that we all watched growing up, right? Needing to to fit in and feel part of the group and what the masses are doing, and totally beyond that now. But that was who I was. I was always trying to fit in, and I never quite fit. I never was the right puzzle piece to fit in with the puzzle. I was always a different shape or the wrong puzzle altogether. And I didn't know that everything that I needed, all the validation and acceptance that I needed, was already within myself. I sought this outside of myself for a long time. And I finally realized one day, I don't know if I just woke up and realized it, or had I been working on my work. And I finally realized that everything that I'd been looking for all these years, all this time, was already within myself. And I needed to pull that out of myself. And I needed to not give a damn about what anybody said, thought, or fitting in, or seeking validation from anybody besides myself, because truth be told, the people that I was looking toward to seek validation from and acceptance from didn't even have their own shit together. But here I am. Well, I don't have my shit together either. So I'm going to follow the people that also don't have their shit together, but it looks like they got their shit together at least a little bit better than me. So I'm going to seek the validation from those people, the acceptance from those people, when in reality they hadn't had their shit together. They were doing the same old thing that the masses do, right? So I was trying to follow the leader, if you will. I was running with the crowd instead of running away from the crowd. And now that I am deep in my journey, I realized that I should have been running the other way, because running with the crowd doesn't get you anywhere, but running away the other way get you further than you following the blind. Why are they running that way? Why is everyone running that way? Right? Why is everyone going the same? Why is everybody going the same way? Why has no one broken away from what society deems as normal? And why hasn't anyone tried this way instead? And once I realized that, hey, listen, those people, you have to take your control back. You have to empower yourself. You have to seek the validation of you. The goal for me was just being better than I was yesterday, being better than I was last month, being better than I was last week, being better than I was last year. And it didn't require any acceptance or validation from anyone else. It required me looking at myself in the mirror and either saying, hey, you're doing a great job, or hey, you better work on that, right? It didn't require anybody else saying anything because they didn't know where I was in my journey. Nobody can tell you how to get to where you're going if they've never been to where you are going. Nobody can tell you the directions to your path because your path is your path. Their path is their path. Nobody can really help you. It's all up to you to really focus in and turn inward and start to look at yourself and start to look at the things that you're doing and start to look at the things that you are seeking and start to look at the place where you want to go, looking at where you are and looking at how you are going to go from where you are to where you want to be. Are you going to keep doing what they're doing and it hasn't gotten you anywhere thus far, or are you ready to take that leap and start to do what you know is necessary in order to get you where you want to be? And it may not be easy. It's not going to be easy. Anything worth anything is not easy. But it's the point of you knowing that you have it within you and you can accomplish it, and you don't need anybody's assistance, acceptance, validation to get to where you're going besides yourself. You have the power. You are the power. You are the sauce. You are the sauce. Nobody else. You got this. So stop. You don't need to seek the validation or acceptance from anyone else. It's time for you to turn the mirror towards you, look at yourself, and start to peel back those layers, start to understand who you are, and start to really go deep within self, understanding who you are, what you are, where you are, and where you want to go. Start to practice self-love, start to practice self-care, start to understand your self-worth, and understand that you have the directions, you have the map, you have the GPS, the navigation system, all that to the place where you're going, to your path. Nobody else has that but you. So, get anything from today's episode, it is to stop listening to everyone else, because everyone else is on their own path, unless you find someone, which usually comes by way of, like, I don't know, people, like-minded people, right? Unless you find someone like-minded who's doing what you want to do, exactly what you want to do, and they're here, then okay, they can give you some assistance. They can help you. They can help you by showing you shortcuts and showing you the back roads, but it's still up to you to walk that path to get to that point where you want to be. So look inward and stop looking externally for what you are trying to accomplish or what you're trying to do and where you are trying to be. You don't need any acceptance or validation from outside sources, because everything that you already need lies within you. In the comments, tell me, have you ever sought the validation or acceptance from others, and what did that get you? And if you stopped seeking validation from others, did it get you further than when you were seeking validation from others? Hit me in the comments. Let's continue that conversation. All right, sweeties, that's all I have for you today. If you haven't already hit that subscribe button, go ahead, hit that subscribe button below. Hit that notification bell so you never miss anything Tea and Talk. Like and comment below. And until next time, love and light.